TOPSPIN 2k25 has been out for 2 months now. Since then, 2K released one major update, but all it really did was tweaking the gameplay a bit and adding Gucci and American Express advertisements to the game. So I think it's a perfect moment to dive in and review this latest tennis game. In this video, I will share my thoughts on TOPSPIN 2k25, and spoiler alert, they are not positive. If you are a big fan of TOPSPIN and looking for praise, this video isn't for you. I am going to be harsh because I honestly can't understand the appeal of this game and have no sympathy for the franchise. My sympathy to TOPSPIN disappeared with the addition of predatory monetization, which makes even free-to-play mobile games blush. You know, I've seen people online raving about TOPSPIN's ball physics, mechanics, and overall gameplay, and honestly, I wonder if we have played the same game. To me, TOPSPIN 2k25 feels like a left, right, left pinball simulator, with players constantly abusing wide serves and spamming powered-up flat shots. It's boring, unrewarding, and frustrating. And no, it's not just because I am losing. I feel the exact same way even when I win, which, let's be real, doesn't happen too often. If you're still on the fence about buying TOPSPIN 2k25, watch this video to hear the negative side. Then check out a review from someone who loves the game to get a balanced view. With that out of the way, let's talk about TOPSPIN 2k25. There are a couple of positives that I found in this game, so let's start with those. First up, the animations. They are pretty neat and fluid. Sure, they are not on the level of FIFA or NBA 2K, but for a tennis game, they are well done. Movement feels sluggish and heavily automated, but it looks satisfying. Players do have momentum, and there is a proper amount of inertia when changing directions. They feel fairly heavy and take a moment to reach their maximum running speed. And even though hitting the ball doesn't feel satisfying, it does look good. Shot animations are smooth and flow nicely. When your player hits a slice, the animation sells the shot. But this is probably why the game feels sluggish in the first place. The responsiveness to player inputs and the smoothness of animations don't go hand in hand very often. The other well done part are the stadiums. TOPSPIN 2k25 has licenses for even the Grand Slams, so we get properly recreated famous courts in the game. The stadiums are detailed and look great. There are nice cutscenes showcasing the court at the beginning of the match. I like the little touches here and there, like the cameraman approaching your player and then the camera cutting to their view. These are neat and high-level details, especially for a tennis game. And that's where the positives end. Now let's get into my biggest issues with the game, the gameplay. I absolutely dislike TOPSPIN 2k25's take on tennis. TOPSPIN seems stuck in between, not knowing what it actually wants to be. Neither is it realistic tennis simulator, nor a fun, satisfying arcade experience. It feels heavily scripted, floaty, and sluggish. How does it feel scripted? Sometimes you hear the crowd cheering and see the UI fading away when a player hits the ball, but the point isn't over yet. Players feel unresponsive, and the timing of the shots seems to have an input delay. There are two shot methods in TOPSPIN 2k25, precise and power shots. Power shots don't feel very powerful in this game and are just the default way of playing. And precision shots feel off. I tried to learn their timing, but just couldn't get the feel right. Fans rave about precision shots, nullifying power shots in this game, but my experience is very different. Even when I did get the timing of precision shot right, I often just received a heavy hitting flat shot in response and lost the point anyway. TOPSPIN's gameplay revolves around perfectly timing your flat shots and holding the shot button as soon as possible to maximize power. Mastery of the game seems to lie in hitting the green timing bar even in tough situations. But the timing-based gameplay isn't necessarily a problem with the game. The timing is important in any sports game, especially tennis. All tennis games on the market have some form of timing. Tennis Elbow focuses on timing the left stick aim. Tiebreak involves releasing the button at the right time to avoid overpowering your shot or hitting the net. So even though the timing in TOPSPIN isn't enjoyable for me, my dissatisfaction doesn't come from how timing works. My main issue is the lack of nuance in the shot mechanics and the missing tactical depth and strategy in the game. There's so much that goes into the quality of a tennis shot. Players' positioning, ball height at the impact, ball momentum, is it going up or down, shot type, shot power, and angle. I am sure more advanced tennis fans could name even more factors, but you get the point. And now ask yourself, which of these elements really matter in topspin? Not many, unfortunately. There's no high risk, high reward plays in topspin that you can set up. Most of your shots will go relatively safely far from the line, even when perfectly timed and powered. Sure, that sounds realistic. Real players don't hit winner after a winner, right? They set up the right situation for an aggressive play to finish the point. The thing is, in real tennis, it's the player who decides when to take the risk to win the point. In topspin, you can't choose to apply an aggressive modifier to play closer to the line, nor can you overpower your shot a bit to add that extra juice. And the opposite is true as well. There are very few errors in topspin, even though the recent patch improved this a little bit, especially against AI opponents. Players now occasionally hit the net, but outs are still very rare thing. As a result, we get this bland experience without satisfying shots. When playing TOPSPIN 2k25, I don't have those wow moments of amazing shots made by either player, and I do get those moments in Tennis Elbow, Full Ace or AO Tennis too. In TOPSPIN 2k25, your most aggressive shot type is a fully powered flat shot, which is also your default go-to shot in this game, and that, my friend, is a problem. What about slice and topspin, you may ask? They exist, sure, but neither is very useful in TOPSPIN 2k25. The ball height doesn't matter much in this game. If you play a low bouncing slice, you can still expect a fully powered flat shot from your opponent in response. And don't get me started on topspin. Ironically, this shot type doesn't give you the benefit of tighter short angles, nor does it push your opponent significantly away from the baseline. It's just a weaker version of the flat shot, even though they look and feel similar. And because of everything mentioned so far, playing from baseline revolves around investing in the power stat. Unfortunately, this singular stat is what matters and makes a difference between players. Well, besides the timing of their shots. Everyone in the community complains about power, and rightfully so. Most online matches seem to be against players with 90 plus power, or in 2K Tour against Sharapova or Williams. But you see, the problem with power isn't the power stat itself, it's the lack of nuance to hitting a powerful shot in TOPSPIN 2k25. It's fine if 90 plus power players play powerful shots, but it's not okay when there are no repercussions or conditions for doing so. Basically, there's no risk to hitting hard in this game. You can play a fully powered flat shot from a well-placed slice and it won't hit the net. You can also do that when running to the ball from afar or while you are gassed with low stamina. Your opponent played to your feet? Also no problem, just carry on powering up your flat shot. So what you end up doing is 95% of the time holding flat shot button as soon as possible while running to the ball, cause why wouldn't you? And then we have the problem with the wide slice serve abuse. I am sure balancing serve in tennis video game is a tough task. Serving wide opens up the court. The thing is, other tennis games allow us to return the ball aggressively with well-placed shot, especially if the server is abusing wide serve. Basically, in other games, if you are prepared and you guess right, you get rewarded with making a return that nullifies the wide serve advantage. The problem in TOPSPIN 2k25 is that even though I know my opponent will serve wide, I can't do anything about it. We have reached a ridiculous point where we position ourselves like you can see right now on the screen, and it doesn't matter anyway. I know they will serve wide. They know that I know they will serve wide. They still serve wide and win anyway. And that's bullshit. As a result, most of your online matches will look like this. Your opponent uses a wide slice serve. You return the serve just for them to hit a fully powered flat shot to the opposite side of the court, winning the point. You will try to perfectly time your returns. You will try also different angles and shot types to overcome this one frustrating tactic. But Nothing seems to work well, and so you either join them or continue losing matches in frustration. Alternatively, they may mess up their flat shot timing or serve every now and then, and you somehow manage to survive these two initial hits. Then a likely long rally begins of left, right, left, powered flat shots until someone gets pushed far enough not to reach the ball on time. And that, my friend, is TOPSPIN 2k25 gameplay in a nutshell. It's either a super quick two-shot exchange or a war of attrition. And that's exactly my main problem with TOPSPIN 2k25 as a gaming experience. Every damn match feels the same. Learning how to win in this game is about figuring out how to play topspin mechanics better as a video game, not about outplaying your opponent in a match that feels like tennis. If you enjoy this experience, I'm happy for you. But to me, it's not a quality tennis video game experience. And because of that, I spent much more time playing Tennis Elbow 4 or Full Ace Tennis Simulator despite their low polygon graphics and ugly running animations. Alright, that was a lot about gameplay. Now let's talk about the game modes available in TOPSPIN 2k25 and its career mode. The most important thing to know about the game modes in TOPSPIN is that they almost don't exist. This is probably the laziest list of available game modes I have seen in a sports game. TOPSPIN 2k25 has single player modes, which are Local Exhibition Match, Tutorial Academy, My Player Career Mode. And for multiplayer we have Exhibition Match with licensed players, 2K Tour with licensed players, which is like a ranked playlist without matchmaking, and World Tour with your player. That's it. I'm not kidding. That's all the game modes in TOPSPIN 2k25. And if that wasn't insulting enough, you can't even play with licensed players in the career mode. You can only use players created by you. On top of that, online World Tour matches don't seem to have any matchmaking whatsoever. I have played against level 30 players, which is max level, when my player was just level 2. I believe this is deliberate design and not some innocent oversight on 2K's part. Here is why. Your participation in the two online game modes is tied to reaching the maximum level with your player. If you try to play online without maxing out, you are at a significant disadvantage. This means you need to level up ASAP in the single player career mode. The problem is that career leveling is painfully slow. It's a real grind. You might wonder, why would 2K slow down your progress in single player matches when you need that to play comfortably online? Think about the answer for a moment. If your guess is money, then you understand the gaming industry in the 2020s. Luckily, 2K has been very kind to offer us a solution to the problem they created. They put boosting packs that let you instantly gain the first 10 levels on your way to level 30. This saves you a few hours of a grind for a mere cost of €13. Then they put XP gain boosters in the item shop. These boosts are small, like 25%, and last for one match only. The cost isn't high, but neither are your earnings in the game. To push you further towards microtransactions, they've made respecking extremely expensive. It costs 2,700 VC. But hey, don't worry, you don't have to grind it in the game. You can just buy it for €20. Awesome, right? So a player like me, who doesn't enjoy the single player career mode, is limited to playing basically the 2K Tour with licensed players. This 2K Tour is really just an exhibition match after exhibition match with some points rewards that mean nothing to me at this point. There are no tournaments, no grand slams that we can compete in with licensed players. See, the lack of content in this game is just laughable, and it doesn't end with game modes. There are very few official players in the game. TOPSPIN 2k25 comes with only 26 licensed players. Some of them are legends like Sampras, Agassi or Sharapova. For comparison, games like Tennis Elbow, Full Ace or AO Tennis 2 have more than 100 real players. This is mainly thanks to mods available in those games, a feature that is lacking in TOPSPIN. Can we expect an expansion of the player roster in the future? Maybe, but I wouldn't expect too much. 2 months after the game's release, we got the first addition to the roster, and it was one player, Yannick Sinner. And he doesn't even seem to have custom animations of his own, so it's basically more like a skin with custom stats. Luckily for all of us, 2K didn't forget to keep their sponsored deals going. Along with their whooping one new player, developers added Gucci-themed cosmetics and a season pass brought to you by American Express. The developers clearly put more effort into adding microtransactions to TOPSPIN 2k25 than into improving and fixing their damn game, and that's a shame. You get barely any currency for winning matches, and every cosmetic item is overpriced. Did you just win Wimbledon? Way to go, buddy. Now go get yourself a pair of new white socks. You know, I wish they used a little bit of loop first, but no, 2K does not need it anymore. There's no subtlety from this corporation anymore in pushing you to open up your wallet just to look like a clown in a game that will probably shut down in 2 years anyway. I won't dwell too much on graphics. You have eyes, you can see what I'm showing you on the screen. But in case you're wondering, yes, player models look just as bad in the game as they do in the video. And no, I am not playing on the lowest settings, those are the highest. I recently played TOPSPIN 4 and I'm not kidding when I say that Federer looked better in that PlayStation 3 game than he does in TOPSPIN 2k25. The stadiums are the only redeeming part, as I mentioned earlier. Unfortunately, the crowds that populate them are even worse than the player models. Visual effects are poor too. The edges look particularly jarring, and the shadows and textures are low quality as well. Overall, it doesn't look much better than TOPSPIN 4, which is pretty disappointing considering the 13-year gap between the games. So, those were my thoughts on TOPSPIN 2k25. The tone of this video may sound very negative, and that's because I think this game is a really bad product. There are better tennis games on the market if you are willing to put up with their imperfections. We have tennis elbow titles and full ace. These games offer deep tennis experience with great career options, if you can stomach poor graphics and bad running animations. And if you are looking for more casual title with modern graphics and a good career mode, give AO Tennis 2 a shot. There is also Tiebreak on the horizon, expected to release by the end of August this year, so keep an eye on the development of that game. You can expect more tennis video game content from me in the future, so if you liked this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button to get notified about my upcoming videos. Anyway, that's all from me in this video. Thanks for your time and I'll see you in the next one.